Hi, it's Paris from EpicReviewGuys, and today I'm reviewing a men's fashion accessory. How did we get to this point? Well, this belt uses a completely different technology.
EpicReviewGuys.
The people at Trakline were kind enough to send me this little package, which contains everything I need to make my own belt, put on the buckle, set up the new technology, and see how it works. In the box they sent me, they even included this, and I thought, that looks like a belt hanger. Do they think I'm going to hang it up in a store rack? Well, no, they actually think you're going to hang up your belt in your closet like you're supposed to and not leave it on the pants or not throw it in the corner. Also, this Trakline belt goes for around $40, which is a lot more than I usually spend for my belts. I buy them off the rack for around $20. I'll show you the belt I'm wearing now up close here, and also this one. But the feature that you're paying for with this belt, in addition to it being a very nice leather belt, is the latching mechanism that holds it closed. And not just that it holds it closed, but that it can hold it closed in very fine increments. A normal belt, you have about an inch between the holes. It may fit just right when you try it at the store, but after a big meal, now you have to loosen it. But you can't loosen it just a little, you have to loosen it all the way to the next hole. So the idea of this is your belt can fit you perfectly all the time. So let's see this do-it-yourself belt kit here. Oh, I don't see instructions. I suppose I can figure this out. Now, they sent me two, okay. And this goes up to 44 inches, which fortunately I don't quite go up to 44 inches anymore. They do make an extra large size of this, I think goes up to 54 inches. It looks like they sent me a black one and a brown one. I usually like black. And belt buckle. Another belt buckle. Oh, I like both of these. Here's the black belt on the outside. Looks very nice. On the inside, on this end, you have it marked in inches so that you can cut it so it will be a little larger than you and you can have some to tuck into that next loop. And then here, looks like a zipper. This is where the interesting work gets done. And this right here is the key to the adjustability of this belt. The buckle has a little piece that catches on each of these little indentations. So you can adjust it in little increments that are exactly this wide. Here's one of the buckles that they sent me, very nice. Now the material on one end will slide in here, and this grabs onto it to hold that end of the belt, and then the adjustable end is over here, and this is real interesting. This little dealie pulls that up, and that's what's going to catch in those little grooves. Now before you cut the belt, you might want to make sure you actually are the size you think you are. So I'm going to try this around me and leave enough room so that it can tuck into that next loop. This is my current standard belt with the holes, the sort of puckered holes by now after using it a while. Well, I need it to tuck into this loop with a little bit left over. So I don't think I'm going to cut any of this off. I'll assemble it and see how it goes. If this ends up with too much left over, I will probably cut it down to 42 inches. But sadly, I guess I'm going to leave it at 44 for now. So I'm going to attach it as is here. Slide that in. And I'm going to resort to using some pliers here, but not on the outside surface because that would scratch it up. Okay. That looks secure. With my belt assembled, let's try sliding this in and see how this mechanism here with this little piece works. Okay. Oh, you get sound effects. Not necessarily the best sound effects to be coming from your pants, but okay. And I'm trying now to release it. Yeah, okay. It's in there pretty secure. That's good. And then to release it, this little handle, I have to figure out exactly where that will be when I'm wearing the belt so I can take it off. You push that in and it releases. And then we should be able to slide it out. Yeah, no problem. And no sounds, at least, taking it out. And here's my current belt, a Dockers brand traditional belt. And you can see the pucker in the hole here. That's sort of unavoidable when that's the size you usually wear. And on occasion, Christmas, Thanksgiving, I needed to use this hole and even this one. Here again is my tried and true Dockers belt that's seen me through a notch or two one way or another. Now if I need to make it, when I get to make it tighter, it's it's just uncomfortably tight to go that far. But it might be that I could have it a little tighter than I do normally keep it. And if I have to, there's normal, and then if I loosen it, even one, just to get a little extra breathing room, now my pants are really loose. First time trying out the Trakline belt. Oh, I think it may be too large. Really? I need all that space? Well, let's see. So, slides in here. Then we get the sound. I suppose I could pull that little release up to have it not make that sound. But it's just me in here. What does it matter? How many more grooves have I got? Okay, I've got about 3 more inches here. And, okay, I think this is good. This actually did turn out to be too long, so I will need to cut this somewhere around here. Yay, I don't need it in size 44. Let's see. So let's say I over tighten it. Okay, click it a little more there. All right, too tight. So to release it, or as a quick release, the little deal is here, and which way do I push it? Okay, oh, okay. That was the belt. So I pull it towards me. I have to get a finger under there and pull it towards me, and then, yeah, I can do it without any noise if I just keep a finger on it while I'm sliding it, get it to wherever it feels nice and snug, but not too tight. Okay, now I have flipped the belt over because I was having trouble finding that release underneath just by touch, and it's certainly easier with it here, and it occurred to me, I wonder if I'm putting my belt on the way most people do. Do most people start here and go through, or do most people start here and go through? With the belt, most belts it doesn't really matter, but with this one it will determine whether the release is on the top or the bottom. It's one of those things that as a man you've been doing the same way for decades until a woman finally tells you, that's not how you do it. And what else have I been doing backwards for decades? And at this point, do I want to know? Now the hanger, the belt hanger that comes with it, has that same little tooth deal on it so that you can slide the belt just like this. And there you go. You've got your belt hanger, and it's very easy. You just grab the release to take it off. I really like this Trakline belt, so I'm sorry, Docker's old style belt, I won't be wearing you anymore. Now I don't guarantee I will go to the trouble of hanging it up every time, just not in the habit of that, but I will be wearing it every day. Thank you again to Trakline for sending me this belt to try out. I don't usually do fashion accessory reviews, but this time I'm glad I did. If you'd like to find out more about this belt, I'll have a link to it down below this video, and I'll see you on the next review.
Shopping is easy when you know what to buy. At EpicReviewGuys, we give it a try. What does the fox buy? Nobody knows, but before he goes shopping, he watches our videos.